All right, real quick, we got Eric Nicksick. He FaceTimed in.
Damn,
we got
dog.
Rockhold,
Hey, a
TJ
redhead's
Dillashaw.
got to go a red hat. Dude.
What's up?
What the hell?
Fuck yeah.
How you doing?
You guys look good.
Hey, we were talking about Dan Ige's incredible performance. Obviously, he gassed out a little bit, but he looked phenomenal. We were talking about you as a phenomenal coach in Extreme Couture. Anything you want to talk about the fight?
You know, it's hard to talk about right now just because I know what Dan's capable of. You know, you guys are right. Like he did kind of gas himself out after that flurry in round one, trying to look for the finish. You know, it's kind of hard to say. I know Luke and the boys will all kind of agree with me. It's like you want to be calculated, but you also want to have some chaos within that finish. And once he couldn't get that finish, I think he just kind of gassed his arms out, completely took round two off. And, you know, I after watching it back, I kind of felt embarrassed, like jumping on his ass the way that I did. But, like, the guy wasn't better than Dan anywhere.
Oh, I was praising for you. I was praising you for jumping on his ass. I knew that he wasn't not trying hard, but I just knew that he had more in him, and you could see that, right? So you could see that frustration because you know that he should have won that fight. I'm saying it day in and day out. He should have won that fight. I didn't know if it was maybe overtraining, that he was overtrained for the fight, or if it was just that adrenaline dump from going too hard in the first round.
Yeah, Bear was saying he wanted to jump on that ass too.
Yeah, I think it was honestly, and I'm not trying to make excuses for him, but like, dude, the climate out there was so weird. Like Felder and I were training all week. You know, Felder's doing triathlons and stuff, and the first time like Felder and I hit pads, he's like, dude, I'm gassed. You know, and then I could see a lot of guys were kind of gassing, and that's not typical of Dan. Dan doesn't gas out. So,
I know.
Is it hot?
With that being
Yeah,
said,
super
man,
hot.
it's like I look at everything and what we could do better. There are some areas I think that like during fight week maybe we shouldn't have gone surfing, or maybe we shouldn't have done this. I don't know, man. But when you lose, you have to go back and critique everything within the entire camp. And it was a close fight, but it shouldn't have been a close fight. You guys saw the fight. Man.
Yeah.
It should not have been close.
He almost won with being completely gassed out. I'm curious, when did you guys get there? Did you go early? Did you go just a week of?
Yeah. No, he got there. He got there early, like 10 days. So I was in Saudi Arabia with Francis, and then he left. He left that. I think he got there like 10 days, 11 days early. So he had plenty of time to acclimate.
Yeah.
You know, but honestly, I think it really had to do with an adrenaline dump.
Yeah, it had to
trying
be.
to get the finish at the end of the first round. You know.
Where
But the game plan was spot on, man. It was put this guy on his back foot, put him up against the corner post to beat his fucking ass.
Yeah,
You know, and
he
score
did what?
takedowns when we can, because Dan can wrestle. You know, so I don't know, man. It was. I'm heartbroken for him because like I look at the fight and I'm like, dude, this guy was not better than Dan anywhere. You know, we didn't get the fight. It sucks.
I was thinking Dan's like he's had a rough couple of fights that have been really close and he's lost. You know what I mean? Like so. Maybe he went in there with like a little bit of pressure to finish, you know, to put it upon himself to like try to get out there and really put himself back in the winning circle. And it was just a little too much too early. Besides that,
no, I agree.
too much pressure.
I agree, man. And then watching back the fight too, like I know he hit him with the left hook, but then like watching it back again, I was like, damn, Dan rolled a hook and threw a hook, like and not a lot of people get up after Dan hits him with the left hook. So, you know, credit to Lerone Murphy, man. He came back and did what he had to do to win round 2 and 3. You know, round 3 was so freaking close. I just wish we had more ride time with damage. You know.
Hey, Nicksick, we just got one question. What is that dude? Was that dude related to Eddie Murphy?
Which one?
The guy Dan Ige fought. Was he related to Eddie Murphy?
He'd be way cooler if he was.
It'd be a whole lot cooler if you were.
Coach Nicksick, we love you. We appreciate you, brother. Phenomenal coach.
Hey, what do you think about that ground and pound though by Francis, huh?
Hey,
Great, incredible.
Hey, Francis just made us all proud, bro. He came in and he put the work on that boy. Showed everybody why he's the baddest man on the planet. Congrats on that, coach.
Yeah, proud of him, man.
What's next for Francis?
Lifted off his shoulders.
What's next for Francis? Is it MMA or boxing?
I don't know yet. I don't know yet. He hasn't really said. I mean,
Whatever the
honestly,
fuck he
guys,
wants.
That's a great problem to have.
And it was like he won a title, and it didn't even feel like he won a title. It was just like, you know, he did that for his son. He could have left the belt in the ring and it wouldn't have mattered. Like on the cage, it was like, just let's get the fuck out of here. So I think he just wanted to get that fight over with and then you know, move on to the next.
Hey, congrats on all your success, coach, and everything you're doing, especially making us proud. And congrats on Extreme Couture. being
appreciate you guys.
the Jackson
Love you guys.
Podcast
Thanks for all the
2024
support,
Gym of
man.
the Year and the award. So we appreciate that, and we appreciate all the love you let us do by coming in there and take that thing over with the brand new mats, the rings, the cages.
No, I appreciate you guys, man. Thanks for all the love and support.
Okay.
All right, take
Later,
care, brother.
Coach. Ciao.
All right, man. Talk soon.